Today's episode, I want to share something really cool with you guys, all right? Pretty much every single person has been asked this question. You've even probably been asked this question. Or you've actually asked yourself this question. So I want to cover it in the episode. So let's get the theme song on, and I'll see you in the episode. So the big question is this. If you were starting your first online business with no audience, no customers, no group, no following, completely from scratch, how would you actually do that? What steps would you need to take? I want to share with you my young entrepreneur journey as I get to launch my first ever online business for the first time. So that's the question. This podcast is the answer. My name is Kane Pointing and welcome to the Young Entrepreneur's Secrets Podcast. Let's have some fun. What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. It's Kane again from the Young Entrepreneur Secrets Podcast, and today it's going to be quite a short episode today. But today's episode, I want to share something with you that I personally believe every single person out in this planet, out on this world, out on this planet, has had this same question. Has asked themselves, or they've even been asked this question. Because I know myself, I've asked myself this question before. I've had other people ask me, "Oh, what's this?" And you're like, "I don't know," but you're meant to know it. And it's going to be quite a short episode, but I really do hope it helps you today, because it's something I really, really do want to share with you guys, and I hope it does. So this episode is all about, what your purpose is meant to be. Okay. Now this could be for any listeners. This is not just for young entrepreneurs, it's for everyone. You could be 16 years old and you can hear this and it's like, don't worry. Okay. You can be 45 years old and it's like, don't worry. Okay. You can be 20, you can be 21. Okay. It's up to you guys. However old you are, this is okay. Okay. And it's normal. So, this one is all about what your purpose is meant to be. Now, what I actually mean by that little statement of what is your purpose meant to be, is, that question you ask yourself of, what am I meant to do in life? Or, what's my purpose in life? Or someone asks you is, what are you meant to do when you grow up? When you get older or when you grow up, what are you meant to do? What's your job? And all that sort of stuff. You're meant to know. Yeah. You get I've had teachers, when I was at school, I had teachers say to kids, they're like, so what are you going to do in life then? Tommy, and Tommy's like, I don't know. Yeah. We're 16 years old. How are we meant to know? But in school, and even parents, personally, my parents haven't done this, but I know parents, out there in the world have got, they ask their kids and they go, what are you going to do in life? Are you going to be a doctor? Or are you going to be this? You're going to be this? What are you going to do? What are you going to bring to the table? And personally, I feel, you're not really meant to know your purpose. No one's meant to make the whole purpose in life. If someone can tell me a guy who knows their whole purpose in life, right now, that would be awesome. Because I want to meet that guy. But I want to share with you guys my personal opinion on, when I say, what your purpose is meant to be. This is my own personal opinion of what I think this consists of, so I can help you guys. This is important to you guys and for myself, because when I ask myself these questions of, what's my purpose? Because I do, I might have asked myself yesterday, of what's my purpose? What is actually my purpose? I'm doing this stuff, but is that really my purpose? Am I meant to be doing that? What happens if I don't ever find my purpose? What happens if I don't know my purpose? That's okay. But this is important because sometimes, the purpose question of, what's my purpose? It can actually put a pause on yourself. Okay. It can actually pause you, paralyze you. And that, and it can actually daunt, it can daunt yourself. Okay. And it's not cool. And with that, really, it's you can feel upset because you don't know what your purpose is. Someone's asking you going, what's your purpose? And you're like, I don't know. They're like, but you should know. But you're like, but I don't know. And then you get a little bit annoyed. I don't know what my purpose was. Stop asking me this question. And that's okay for you guys. I want to say to you, it's okay. Okay. Because I'm raising my hand now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see my hand raised. If you're listening on the podcast, don't worry. Okay. But I'm raising my hand now because I can say to you guys is I don't know my purpose in life. Okay. So I'm raising my hand now. Okay. I do not know. I Kane Pointing, do not know my purpose in life fully. Okay. But my belief that I believe, my opinion, which is I believe I know what my purpose is at this moment in time. Okay, so I'm just switch that slightly. Okay, so people ask a question of, what's your purpose in life? What are you meant to do in life, Kane? What is this? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I don't need to know that. Otherwise, that's going to paralyze me. I'm going to get upset and think like, what is this? And I'm going to try and work it out. Going, what is my purpose? I'm getting annoyed because I don't know. So I don't know. Well, am I meant to know? I'm meant to know. It's like, okay, it's hard. But I see it as, what is my purpose at this moment in time? I tried to put a spin on it. Okay. What's my purpose at this moment in time? So I look at it and I go, okay, so my purpose at this moment in time, I believe myself, is to learn, strategies and marketing strategies and techniques about how to create an online business and take it to 6 figures. Okay, for the first time. That's my purpose in the moment. Okay, and how can I do that? Me and my mum, we're building our first online business, fully online business together from scratch. Okay, so my purpose at the moment is, meant to just expose myself in those areas of the online marketing, the building your sales funnels, doing these these online summits, connecting with people. I'm meant to expose myself. That's my purpose at this moment in time, I believe. And that could be wrong. You come up thinking that's not your purpose, but it's, I don't care about other people, what they think about me. I think about myself. Okay, it's important to have yourself. Okay, and what I believe about myself is my purpose at this moment in time is to expose myself in those areas. And your purpose, it could be, your purpose is you might be in a job that you really don't like. Okay, and your purpose, it could be something where you're like, I want to try this. You don't like that job, and you're like, but I want to go try this other one. Your purpose might be just to try. The purpose at the moment is just to try another job. You might like it, you might like something about that, and you never know, you could go into that at a deeper level, or you might not like it, I don't know. But it's like, see it as, it's not a thing you have to be tied into straight away. It's not a contract. You don't have to know your purpose. So please sign here to, agree to your purpose. You're like, I don't know what purpose is. Yeah, that's okay. You might not, if I told you what your purpose was today, your overall purpose was today, and you're like, but I don't even like that. It's because you need to be exposed, and I see it as like, I need to expose myself in this online stuff, see if I like it. Do I like it? Yes, I do. That's why I'm in a podcast, because I know and I feel that at a later date, I really want to help other people, like for myself, like, we're building a business for, wildly successful women entrepreneurs. Like, these are ladies who are creating courses, they've got membership sites, I've got like these Facebook groups, and they want to serve their people, but they want to like make more money. Okay. It's like, how can we do that? Well, it's all about the mindset. So that's our business. But for myself, it's like, when I see it as my personal moment, it's just to learn these strategies of how I can launch a business, how I can, create, get customers. How can I do this? Like, I'm looking, my mum's going through the stage, and I'm like with her building these funnels and creating these pages and doing speaker outreach and that sort of stuff. And it's like, I'm getting used to that. I'm exposing myself. Okay. I'm putting my finger, in those pies. Oh, that's a nice pie. Oh, that's a lovely pie. I like that one. Okay. So it's like, that's the same thing. So I'm exposing myself. Do I like it? Am I allergic to that one? No. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have a bit more. Okay. So it's like, I'm exposing myself in those areas. And it's with that. I know my time, when I feel like my next purpose might come, that will come along. And that's something that I'm up for. Okay, I'm up for my next purpose to come along. But I feel at the moment, this purpose I'm on at the moment, which is to expose myself in these areas, hasn't fully been completed yet. I need to expose myself a bit more. Okay, I need to get in there to see actually really how it works. If I really like it, if that's something I really want to go down to. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to do. And with that, once I complete my current purpose, I move on to my next one. And I see it down, I saw it and I was like, the reason why I'm doing this, like this podcast, is, I want to help other people like me a few years ago, who were there like, I don't know what to do. Okay. Like yourself, as what's your purpose? Can you even create an online business? Like, can you even create your own swag, your own stuff? Like, how does all that? And there's all these questions of like, how to create a business. And my thing is like, literally, doing this, this podcast. I might not hit anybody. It might hit loads of people. I don't know. But I'm sharing my journey, and that's what I want to do. I'll share with you guys. This is actually what it takes. Okay. This is literally what I'm doing. I've never done it before, but I'm going through it. I'm trying. Okay. I'm exposing myself. I'm putting my fingers in those pies, enjoying it. Oh, that's a nice pie. I like that. Okay. So I'm actually really getting in there. And, at the end, I might be able to go, look, I can actually create a product for someone who was like me. Okay. Who was there stuck. They were stuck there and they're like, I don't know what to do in life. They're upset and they're like, I don't know what my purpose is meant to be. Okay. Like I've been there myself, my mum and dad have never, ever pressurized me and go to university or anything like that. They've said, when the time's right and you find something that you love, just go with it, son. And they've never pressurized me, okay, at all. And I'm being serious. I've never pressurized me. And, I feel that when that comes and you've got parents like my parents or my mum and dad, and they're literally like, look, it's fine, son. You can manage our business, And they thought that I might get into business. And I was really never, you guys thinking like, what? But last year, I can tell you now, I wasn't really into any marketing or anything like that. I weren't wearing these cool marketing t-shirts. If you're seeing it on Instagram, on YouTube, you can see these marketing t-shirts I wear. It's like, I'm a marketer. But it's like last year, I wasn't into any marketing. I wasn't really into let's do some videos and Facebook Live or no thanks. So no, I wasn't into podcasting or anything like that. It wasn't my thing. And then it sort of got to October and I remember one of our business partners left. So I sort of took a bit more of a role, a bit more of managerial, business owner, not fully, but a little bit. And I was like, okay, we've got to make this business work. Okay, we've got to make this business work. I'm going to learn some stuff. And I was learning all this stuff, man. And at that point, my purpose at that point wasn't to be an owner of a business, wasn't to create this big, massive empire. It was just to expose myself in parts of business. Okay. It was just look, someone's left. You've got a load of your clients who need birthday parties and lace tag hire equipment. And it's you've got to do something about it, because your mum and dad are building other stuff as well. They can't do it all. So it's okay, pull my socks up. Okay, all right, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to see if I like this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to enjoy it. Every moment, I'm going to put my heart and soul and dedication in there. And that was my purpose at the time, was to feel what it was like to take on 3 businesses, managing them, not full responsibility. I had my mum and dad there, but it was to really get in there, answering the phones, doing the emails and sending the equipment out, doing birthday parties, managing a bit of staff and all that sort of stuff. So, I did expose myself. And with that, now I know it's my purpose then was just to expose myself, because now I know there's things that I didn't enjoy in there, that when I create my own business, I'm going to make sure that I don't do that. Okay. So, but the purpose part was I actually exposed myself into that part. I really got in the nitty gritty part of, getting to know your customers and that sort of stuff. That is another level. But I really got into the part of, wow, this was something I really liked. I want to make money. Oh, wow. I put an offer out and 1,000 people, and not 1,000 people, 100 people. Wow, it's so cool. And that excitement of doing a Facebook Live and actually getting a sale, and designing your page is someone can go there and you're like, what? I got paid. It's so cool. So that all comes along. But I wouldn't have been able to if I didn't think my purpose at that time was to expose myself, put my finger in those pies. Do I like them? Oh, yes, nice. Okay, and I went through that. I enjoyed that. If it was something where it was dog walking, and if someone's like, oh, would you like to do some dog walking? No, thanks. I'm not really into that. Okay, and then that's not my purpose, is to find stuff about dog walking. My personal thing is I want to expose myself in the business aspect. I enjoy business. I enjoy the marketing side. And I do enjoy doing Facebook Live videos and podcasts, and I love speaking to people. Even on our own site, we had massive briefings where 100 people will be there, and I'm like, yes, this guy's gonna be so cool. And it was looking at me, that 100 people. If you're thinking, what, 100 people? And they're literally all in front of me, and I'm doing a briefing about how to shoot someone with laser tag. So it's that sort of stuff, exposing myself, and that's something I enjoy. And that's why I like doing this podcast, is I get to talk to you guys. Obviously, no one ever talks back to me because I'm just talking to myself. But it's when you're out there, it's okay to feel that I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I'm meant to do in life, or what I'm meant to do today, or what I'm meant to do this month. It's okay. Okay. I've been there myself, but just think of look at it and go, what's my purpose at this moment in time? What do you reckon it might be? Is it to expose yourself in areas, to different new activities? Because it could be new activities, it could be hobbies, it could be just something in your free time, where you go, oh, I haven't really ever had a chance to do that, but I want to give it a go. So just like give it a little go. You don't have to be a full commitment and like, I'm going to leave everything and I'm going to go. You don't have to do that. Just do a little bit. Like I'm doing here. Like I haven't put my full massive commitment and like my purpose is this, I'm going to do this. I'm just doing it on the way, okay, of like what my purpose is at the moment, which is, expose myself in the business on the online part and really getting into of how to create a business. Because I know that one day I want to help young entrepreneurs make their own business, and actually how to grow it, how to launch it, how to scale it, and really get it out there so they can get money. That's what I want to do. I want to give back to the people, because I know what it feels like when you sat there, and you're probably sat there now in your car or wherever you are. You're sat there and thinking, yeah, I don't really know my purpose at the moment. I want to tell you now, that is completely fine not to know your purpose at the moment, okay? I don't know anyone who knows their full purpose in life. Just think, well, what do you reckon, I need to know? What do you reckon I reckon my purpose could be at the moment? Doesn't have to be, could be. Oh, it could be this, okay? Oh, I might try that out, okay? And that could be just your purpose at this moment in time. It could be like a week. It could be like a day. It could be like a month, or it could be like, if you're in like a gym sort of thing, and your thing is like, oh, I don't know what it is. Like, I really want to help people. Well, get yourself into a gym. And if you want to help people in the gym and you want how to do their weights, it's like put yourself in a gym, go there and go, oh, excuse me, I just spotted you like didn't pick the weight up right. Do you want me to just like help you out so you don't pull your back? They're like, oh, thank you. Obviously, like, just want to make sure if you don't want it, no worry. They're like, no, I want some help. And that there was, your purpose might be just to go there and interact with people, and help people out. Just be kind and considerate and grateful. So people want to be grateful for it. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's okay. I'm really grateful that, you allow me to help you out. So it's that sort of stuff. Take that approach of, it's okay for you not to know fully, but just try and think like, what could my purpose be at this moment in time? So have a little think about that. And I'm sure you guys will go, oh, that is so cool. Yes, it's going to be this. And then you'll like go down that route and you'll see, you might expose yourself. And then that sort of stuff to new activities, new hobbies, new things. And you're like, yes, I love it so much. And you'll follow that dream. So that's today's episode. I did say it was a short one. I think I might have gone a little bit longer because I like to talk. But guys, once again, really appreciate you listening. And just remember, you don't need to know your purpose fully at this moment in time. Okay, no one knows it. Even I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know what my purpose is. But I sort of think, I think my purpose might be this. I'm going to go along with it, so I can keep moving along. I don't get upset, and I don't put myself in a paralyzed state where I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is, and you're just there thinking about it. You can actually move on with life and enjoy life and help other people. So, guys, have a great day. I hope that's helped you, and I look forward. Oh, it's Wednesday, so tomorrow, Thursday. Woohoo, Thursday! I get to drop another episode for you guys. So, guys, have a great one, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, guys. I hope what I've shared with you today has helped you and really inspired you in your young entrepreneurial journey. If this episode did help you today, feel free to tag me in your biggest takeaways, aha moments, and let me know how much you love this by leaving a 5-star review. Or even if you want to share it with like-minded young entrepreneurs who you think might benefit the podcast, feel free to do so. You're thinking, I want to get instant notifications when the new episodes drop. You can hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified when I drop them. Once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you are one true young entrepreneur in the making. And I'll speak to you in the next episode.